It's like overkill.
Funny you say overkill, Q. I racked my brain. I said to myself, we got to do a great Halloween episode this year. What can we do? I asked Brian, maybe I thought we could go somewhere, get out of the store. That didn't work out, but something better did work out. I was able to call into the past and bring up a familiar name to the Tell 'em Steve Dave Army to appear on the Halloween Hootenanny episode.
Without even the use of a time phone.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, get him, Steve Dave. Welcome to the show, get him.
No.
No, it's not get him. Everyone, please welcome our special Halloween guest. Hello.
Hello.
Please introduce yourselves to our listeners.
I am Sarge L18 from northern New Jersey.
And I am Telaqua.
That's right, Q.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to clap. I got stitches in my fingers, but I'm trying to clap.
Oh, I cannot tell you how happy I am to bring back one of my all-time favorite Tell 'em Steve Dave guests, Sarge L18, and the wonderful Telaqua.
Oh, I thought you were referring to me.
So nice to be back.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Excellent.
Yeah, pretty good.
Excellent. Well, we're doing good over here. We're still alive in this reality, at least somewhat.
I don't know how you feel.
You know.
So, I mean, for people who may not have been listeners back then when you came on, can you give us a little brief bio on both you, Sargel, and Telaqua?
All right, I'll do myself first. I'm Sarge L18. I'm the guy that discovered the Wanacue vortex and brought orbs to the world, made that discovery back in 1998. I have alien and astral being contact, and I've been putting out this information and evidence consistently since 1998, and I've been having a blast with it. It's intense, and I'm proud to be back doing another show with you guys. You're great, and I'm just happy to be from New Jersey and to have done what I've done.
Oh, awesome! And you, Telaqua?
I'm with him.
What he said.
Yeah.
But you have definitely a story as well, right? That's definitely
She has her own unique backstory, right?
Right?
Well, yes, I do. I mean, aside from, well, if you want to talk about my first meeting with Brian, or Sargel, I was called upon to find out if Sargel was actually faking it or real. So I was called.
You mean his discoveries and all his theories and vortexes?
Theories and the photographs.
Yeah, she was sent out to debunk me.
Sent out by who?
Well,
I think it was the OTO at the time.
well,
wasn't it?
actually, it was the Global Sciences. Sargel was actually headlining there in Colorado, and he was the head speaker there. And a lot of people were kind of weary because he came out of the blue with a lot of evidence, something that a lot of people don't have.
And showed them orbs.
And showed the orbs, and back in the day, people thought you have one picture, one story, and that's all well and good. But if you have countless photographs and evidence and stories, it's either something wrong with this guy, or he's faking it, or, oh my God, he's real. So even though I believe a lot in the paranormal and supernatural and, out of the norm kind of things, I'm also a skeptic. I really look into what goes on with everything, how you're getting it, the mythology of things, the norm of things. So when I was called by Global Sciences to check it out, what happened was I was offered a trip to Egypt, and it was my dream of a lifetime trip. So it was 3 days before the trip, and they sent me a video of Sargel, and I had to decide, dream of a lifetime trip, go check out this guy. Dream of a lifetime, check out the guy. So I go check out the guy.
I wound
get
up
there.
being her dream of a lifetime.
Yeah. Oh, I got stuck. Dream of a lifetime.
Now, can I ask you a question? When
Yeah.
the very first time you gazed upon Sarge L, did you know that that this was the man you'd spend the rest of your life with?
Is that a trick question?
No. I mean, was it love at first sight, or was it
Actually, for me, it was.
really?
As soon I came out of the airplane in Denver International Airport, and let me tell you guys, Denver International Airport, all that conspiracy stuff about it, I would say is real.
Really?
Yeah, we seen the trains going under the airport with what looked to me like coffins.
Jesus.
Really?
And I was just like, pretty well shocked. It was only a few minutes after I met Sandra, but when she crossed, I was coming out that little tube that you come out of the airplane to into the airport.
Yeah.
And you walk through, and she crossed in front of me, and I froze, and I was just like, oh my God, who is this person? And
She's hot, is what you're saying, Sarge L?
yeah, she was. Well, she still is hot. She has.
Sarge L just called himself.
One thing about Sandra in the vortex, Sandra, when I met her, was 36 years old.
Don't give that out.
And I will have to say that was 1998. She was 30. But when she stood in front of when you stand in front of the doorway at the vortex in Wanacue, it grants you things. And I don't know what. I mean, you don't even have to ask. It just kind of does something for you.
It knows?
And Sandra has never aged a day since 36, and that was in 1998.
Is that
And this is from a man who's in love. Okay?
right?
No.
I'm just asking, Sarge L, was that your wish or her wish?
Or have dinner and order a drink, or buy her. If she tries to buy cigarettes, she has to get proof.
Now, did you murder the original Sandra? And that's why she hasn't aged.
Hold on. We went through that for about a year, but I'll get to that in a second. So basically what happened, I was supposed to stay in Colorado for about 3 days. I gave him 3 days. I went with the person to pick him up. I stated that the minute I saw him, checked out the things, I was going to go home, thinking that I could catch up and get to Egypt. I wanted to get my butt to Egypt, okay?
Who doesn't?
I waited. I kind of actually felt his energy before he even got off the plane. I turned to the person who was picking him up. His name was Michael. And I said, Mikey, I don't know the evidence, but I can tell you right now, his energy is so strong that I can tell you he's going to be one of the last people off the plane. He's absolutely real. Can I go home now? And, everybody kind of laughed at that, and I was actually very serious about it. Lo and behold, he was the last person off the flight. He wouldn't look at me, or so I thought, for a long time. Michael actually convinced me to stay 4 more days only because the evidence, after I took a look at the evidence, I couldn't believe it. And my test was, when he was actually doing the conference, he started taking photographs during the actual speaking engagement. So I got
showing people the beings in the room.
So I got up, me. I got up and said, give me your camera. I want to check it out. And I did this in front of about 200 people. And he gave it to me, which kind of threw me off a little bit. And I started, I took 2 pictures. And I took the 2 pictures, and I got a moving orb. I'm like, all right, there's something to this. And I started talking to him and some other people that were there, and he showed me some other things. And it's like, you know what? This guy is sane. There's something going on.
And then after a night of drinking and partying, we're still together years later.
Hold on. I was not drinking. He was drinking. I was just hanging out. And just let's leave
Well,
it
it
at that.
was a menage, guys. We had plenty of orbs in the room.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
He's trying to make me look
All
bad.
right, no.
How do you guys feel about Halloween?
Basically that, and we became really, really great friends, honestly.
Yeah, that lasted about 2 hours.
Is this on?
No. Oh my God! I can't believe you're saying this. Yes, you can tell we're a couple.
Yeah,
right?
but you know what? We've had fun, guys. Even though Sarge L18 out there, gets reamed on the internet, like
Wait, what? You're telling me people out there are there's trolls against Sarge L18?
Oh my God!
Have you been to the Tell 'em Steve Dave subreddit? Is that where you saw these things? Because that's
Well, if you read, you see one. I'm in jail for 20 years for fraud.
Is that true? And that's not true. You're here to debunk that, right?
Well, I have a concealed weapons permit, and I carry my guns inside and outside my clothing here in Pennsylvania. So
nice.
I mean,
it's a real man.
And on the other hand, though, you also read that I've made millions of dollars off my orb and vortex discovery, and I live in a mansion in Los Angeles.
Now, I wish that one was true.
No. And one thing, though, that I do point out when it comes to validity and debunking, for the last 10 years, if you put Sarge L18 in Google search, you see Sarge L18, my website come up, sargel18.com. And then right under it, you see, has this man ever had any validity? And that never moves. That website debunking me just never moves. It's right there every time you do it. And I believe that's probably the forces that be that just want people to not believe about the X and what it presents and means. But I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
But you know what? Let's not give that energy. Let's see. So,
can I ask you? Hold on 1 second, guys. Now, tell him Steve Dave suffers from low self-esteem, and the trolls really get to us, it seems like. How do you deal with people trolling you? Because it sounds like you handle it the proper way. Could you give us some advice on how to deal with, like, internet trolls who kind of like want to take you down?
Yeah, just monsters.
The one thing about Sarge L18 is honesty. And I have to answer that honestly. At first, it bothered me. It hurt my feelings.
Sounds like you.
You're completely naked, basically.
Right.
And people are taking shots at you left and right. And, at first it got to me. And then I after
wrote him a
kind
fable.
of become hardened to it. And then after a while, it actually makes you laugh, because now I'll point to Sandra and say, oh, look at this. I sacrificed a bunch of animals at 12 o'clock on Halloween at the Vortex. I wish I was there for that one, but somebody obviously was.
Right.
I mean, I love animals. I would never do anything like that. But, people are swearing on a stack of Bibles that they were there with me. And that's impossible. It's
how I
wait, hold on a second. Excuse me 1 second. You guys get this? You guys get
oh, God.
Oh, my God. You should hear. We get raked over the coals for not for our podcast, but for other things. And it takes the wind out of some of us here. Our sails definitely get the wind taken out of them. I guess we're all human, though. If even the great Sarge L18 can be taken down by some internet trolls, I guess, it makes us feel a little bit better that,
or 1 second. Well, you know what, though? Before Sandra says something here, one time, this guy who really acted like he knew what he was doing took one of my pictures and ripped it apart. He said Photoshop. He did this. He did that. And I don't even know how to use Photoshop. And I did that purposely in case I ever had to answer at a lie detector. I can answer it honestly, because none of my pictures, you don't need Photoshop when you're shooting the real stuff. You just don't need it.
Right.
But this guy, he went on for 2 web pages about how I faked this picture. It's a digital picture, blah. This is how he did it, blah, blah, blah.
What was in the picture? Just.
It was, I forget exactly which picture it was. I think it was one of Sandra's shots of the Macabres, which go in and out of the water of the vortex there in Wanacue.
Okay.
But he went on and on about how this digital picture, this and that, and I just looked at Sandra and said, you know what, it's time to put this stuff aside, because the picture he's talking about, you shot with film, and you have the negative, and he's saying, he's on his word that it's a digital picture, that this was done by a digital camera, this is the signature, and it wasn't even that.
I think it really shows you, Sarge, that no matter who you are, there's always going to be somebody after you that want to try to bring you down.
But you know what? Don't look at. See, I have a completely different attitude about it. Somebody's messing with you, pat yourself on the back. You know why?
Oh,
that means you made it. Yeah, because you made it. Because somebody's trying to take.
I hear that. Do you hear, Telaqua? That she is speaking to you, I think, directly, and you don't even realize it.
That's right. Pat yourself on the back. Somebody wants a piece of your fame. That means you're out there, you're doing well, and somebody's trying to knock you down because they don't have, excuse my language, the balls, to make themselves something out of themselves, all right? So they're trying to